Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to the Real Nerdy Review. Your boy is back with a brand new video. And if you're new here, please hit that like button. Or if you're a returning subscriber, hit that like button. Let's get this channel up to 10 likes. So, we got a new thing to talk about because obviously the world of social media went nuts when the announcement of Robert Downey Jr. coming back to play not Iron Man but Doctor Doom sent everybody on social media into a complete tailspin. It drove everybody nuts, and from what I can tell, it's still driving everybody nuts. Now, we got an article here from the Hollywood Reporter. As you can see, the title: Jonathan Majors heartbroken over Marvel villain recasting, and this one dropped, I believe, yesterday. So I want to go ahead and read it, and then give y'all my thoughts on him no longer playing Kang the Conqueror. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. And it says here, Jonathan Majors got candid about being recast in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. TMZ stopped the actor on the street and asked him what his thoughts were about the news that Robert Downey Jr. would be returning to the MCU as notorious villain Doctor Doom, instead of Major's Kang serving as the big bad for the next two phases. The actor was dropped by Marvel after his conviction for reckless assault in the third degree and harassment late last year. Majors admitted he was heartbroken over the news. Of course, he said, "I love him, I love Kang. Doctor Doom is wicked, though." When asked if he felt his treatment was fair compared to fellow Marvel stars like Downey and the Flash star Ezra Miller, who have faced their own legal issues, Major said, "I think it's fair that Mr. Downey is being and has been greeted with patience and curiosity and love, and that Mr. Miller has gotten the same treatment, and that they are being allowed to work their art and be creative at that level." So let me pause right here and say this. As far as Robert Downey Jr. go, I didn't really know anything about the man until Iron Man came out, I believe back in 2008. I didn't know anything about the legal troubles that he's had until the news started to come out sometime throughout the years of him playing Iron Man. And great job of him, completely changing his life around. Congratulations. As far as Ezra Miller go, good luck, buddy. I don't think there's any chance he'll ever be getting a movie back in Hollywood ever again with all the stuff that's happened to him. But hey, we've seen crazier things happen, so let's continue. At San Diego Comic-Con over the weekend, Marvel took the stage Saturday night for its famous Hall H session. During the panel, in addition to Downey's reintroduction to the MCU, Kevin Feige and co. also revealed their reworked Avengers films, the name of the upcoming Fantastic Four project, and teased Thunderbolts and Captain America Brave New World. However, Downey's new role in the universe following his Oscar win for Oppenheimer, which I still haven't seen, was hands down the biggest news of the evening. Doctor Doom is a classic Fantastic Four villain who will now lead the newly titled Avengers Doomsday, previously Avengers Kang Dynasty, due out in May 2026, and Avengers Secret War set to hit theaters in May 2027. The Russo brothers will also return to the MCU, thank God, to direct both of those Avengers films after helming Infinity War and Endgame. When asked by TMZ if he would return to Kang if Marvel wanted him to, Majors admitted he definitely would. "Of course, I love him. I love Kang," he said. "Hell yeah, I'd come back. If that's what the fans want, if that's what Marvel wants, let's roll." Major's comments come after Marvel cut ties with him following a jury finding him guilty of reckless assault in the third degree and of harassment after a 2-week trial for March 2023 incident between the actor and his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari. Following the highly publicized case, he was sentenced to a 52-week in-person domestic violence intervention program. So I'm going to say this, okay? Let me turn the mic down probably just a little bit because I'm not sure a lot is coming through. In my case, do I think Marvel made the right decision? I mean, to keep their family-friendly image, yes, I think they did. But if you ask me, do I think that he should have came back as Kang the Conqueror? For me, yes, because I would love to see him continue on. I like seeing the same actors and actresses play the same role, whether it's TV shows or movies, because when you start swapping them out, whether somebody, God forbid, passes or they have to swap them out because somebody fired or quit, it just doesn't feel right until maybe a lot later on. So Yes, I would have been okay if they would have recasted Kane the Conqueror. But of course, I wanted Jonathan Majors to come back. But I understand Disney saying like, nah, nah, bruh, you got too much heat. Because if you go back and look at all the breadcrumbs, week after week, month after month, since all the news came out, it seemed like Jonathan Majors was going through a lot of stuff. You know, there was a lot of articles coming out week after week that was pretty much burying his career, and it seemed like it was so far away from, him just hitting that spotlight with the latest Creed movie, and it's like the fall from grace hit him hard, and everybody dropped him. So yes, I would have loved to see him come back, but I understand for Marvel's squeaky clean image, they said no. So I would have been fine if they would have recasted him, but they chose not to. They decided to go with Doctor Doom. I know a lot of people were hollering about maybe that was what Marvel was going to pivot to if the Kang character ultimately wasn't going to be recast, and that's what happened. Do I think they can bring him back in the future? Without doubt, without a question, because obviously it's a superhero movie, so there's some way they can figure out to bring Kang back into the picture. Now, when I sat back and I thought about this throughout the day, I think that him not coming back is probably the best decision for his career, at least right now. I think them probably cutting ties with him because it seemed like Marvel really had no idea what they wanted to do with the Kang character. They couldn't build him up to be the next big bad to replace Thanos. The biggest decision they made, the biggest mistake that they made was having him lose in Ant-Man Quantum Mania, aka Ant-Man 3, to a bunch of ants because that was a running joke for, months, and it's still a running joke to this day that Kang the Conqueror lost to a bunch of ants. So I think that if Marvel would have had Kang beat Ant-Man in that movie and left him in there as a bloody pulp, and then they would have, moved on, I think it would have looked a lot better. But the fact that they had him lose, it looked bad on him. It looked bad on him. It's like all the mystique completely vanished after he lost to Ant-Man and a bunch of ants. Should have had Kang beat Ant-Man and go from there. But again, I think this is the best decision as far as him not working with Marvel right now because they have no idea what they want to do or had no idea what they want to do with the Kang character. So, moving forward, I hope that he's able to come back one day, even if it's another big bad. As much as I like to see him come back as Kang, I'm okay if he comes back as another big bad, as long as Marvel knows what they want to do. Obviously, there's a lot of people talking about how Marvel didn't know what they want to do with Thanos at first, and then I guess maybe the pieces sort of fell into place, and they found a story and they ran with it. So moving forward with Robert Downey Jr. as the new big bad, I'm optimistic about it. Am I jumping on the bandwagon and saying Marvel is back like everybody else is? No. But your boy is keeping an optimistic approach to where they're going. And I really feel like the start of getting to Avengers Doomsday is going to be with next year's first movie, I believe, which is Captain America: Brave New World. So they really gonna have to come with it in Captain America. I ain't saying it's got to be $1 billion movie. I'm saying it's got to be a good to great film. I don't really care about the score on Rotten Tomatoes. I'll still go watch a movie, but to a lot of people, Rotten Tomatoes, because they're critics, the score matters. To me, it don't mean a damn thing. I'll still go watch a movie, even if they say it's bad or it's gotten a horrible score. And a lot of times, I've liked the movies that have gotten horrible scores. So that movie, Captain America: Brave New World, has got to be great, good to great, in my opinion. That's I'm speaking for myself, not for everybody else. So at the end of the day, I think for for Kang the Conqueror, aka Jonathan Majors, for him not to play this character right now, it's a good thing because Marvel had no idea how they wanted to build him up to be the next big bad. So that's my 2 cents. I will do want to know what all you think. And by the way, I do hope that he's able to get his career back on track, get some right people behind him, and really continue to push him in the right direction and have him stay his butt out of trouble. Because being a Hollywood superstar, there's a whole lot of pressure. So post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Are you excited for the future of Marvel? Do you think they should have brought back Jonathan Majors to play King the Conqueror? Post all those comments down below. I'll catch you in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe. 2,000 subscribers.